do. Hello, and I think I'm live. Yes, thank you. Right, thank you. Yes, there we go. So, welcome to my show, nearly at number 50. Can't believe I'm nearly 50 shows on this thing. Bloody hell. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about 10 things all of us can do that will help us literally perform at our best. Now, these things, you don't click your fingers and they just happen. You've got to learn them. You've got to practice them. And finally, you become them. Now, this is core to what I do with my foundations program, my disciplines program, and the influence program, which I run with clients. But I'm going to share a little bit of it, a little teaser, let's say, with you. And so you can see exactly how all of this works and how you can actually start using this yourself now. And, you know, start trying to practice living like this and creating the life that you actually want. Now, these 10 things that I'm going to go through with you in a second. Firstly, you learn them, like I said. Learning them is key because that's the hardest part at first. You've got to learn a new way of thinking. But then practicing them is this thing you've got to do consistently. You've got to do it every day. And when you do it every day over a period of time, eventually you become it. And that's when you start seeing the real change in your life. You start seeing real progress, and things that you never believed possible start happening for you. So before I jump into that, I just want to say that my new website is out. And I've also got a sign-up page for my mailing list, which will give you advanced copies of my new book. And so if you may have seen that on my site. If you haven't, go on my Facebook site or my website and check that out, because you can sign up today and get yourself not a free copy, but an advanced copy at a discounted rate when that comes out in the new year. So if you're interested in reading my new book, sign up today and you will get that as soon as it comes out, before it hits the shops or anything else like that. So please sign up. Okay, so jump straight into this today. So I'm going to start with the first, I call them disciplines. You can call them whatever you want. I mean, there's 10 of them. And when you learn these, like I said, they become normal. They become part of you. So the first one is really key to everything, because without this one, you can't do the others. And that's awareness. Being aware, consciously aware of yourself. And when you're consciously aware of yourself, you constantly observe and assess yourself and everything around you. You understand that what is true for you isn't necessarily the truth. It might be a limiting belief or a fear or something that's in your subconscious that's holding you back in life. So becoming fully aware of yourself and everything around you is the key, really, to all of this. So that's number one. Let's call it discipline number one. Discipline number two is acceptance. And acceptance is, again, a very important discipline, because without acceptance, it's very hard for us to really move on and create what we want in life. So with acceptance, with true acceptance, you don't beat yourself up. You accept literally all aspects of yourself, all your little quirks, your traits, the things that you don't like about yourself, the things that you've done in the past. You don't take things or things personally, like when it happens. If someone says something about you, don't take it personally. So you accept things. You don't look at anything that's happened in the past as being negative as such. You accept it. You know, I'm not saying that you're saying things are good, that someone slighted you in the past. You've got to say that's a good thing, but you accept it happened and you just say it is what it is. And instead you accept what has occurred as just happening, and it's part of your growth. It's part of who you are as you move on. So having acceptance in life is very important to really creating the life that you want. Because if you're hanging on to resentments, if you're holding on to some beef or something, you're never going to move on. The third one is conscious choice. Now, being able to consciously choose what you want in life is very important. And most of us don't do this, because most of us are subconsciously choosing what happens in our lives without realizing we're doing it. So, you know, at this level, you have your energy is high. So you're consciously aware of what's going on around you, because if your energy is low, you're not consciously aware. So you're much more present in the moment, and you're able to assess things quicker and see things as they are without the judgment. And in that case, you can actually look at things with logic, emotion, and the key to all of that is intuition. Again, we don't often use intuition. We use logic, we use emotion, but how often do you actually use your intuition? I bet you'd be surprised that it's very rare. And when you're actually grounded in the moment, when you're consciously aware of what's going on around you, you can tune into your intuition. That's when you make choices that work for you in any situation. The best choices. And that's what conscious choice means. It means choosing things consciously so that they work for you. So any decision you make, any choice you make, you're consciously aware and you're choosing the choice that works for you with using logic, emotion, and your intuition. And when you do that, you're always that choice and you know that it will always work well for you. So that's number 3. So we've got awareness, acceptance, and conscious choice. Number 4 is trusting the process. Now again, life doesn't happen how you want it to happen. Life happens how it's meant to happen. So while you always want to perform at your best in any moment, there's always a focus on long-term growth. And you also understand that your true goals in life happen when you actually grow as a person and you master whatever you're doing in life. I mean, often we set ourselves up for failure by focusing on our goal or some sort of outcome, and when that doesn't happen, we have expectations that things will happen a certain way, and they don't happen like that. We get disappointed, and that creates stress and anxiety and things like that. Again, it stops us performing at our best. So being able to trust the process enables us to let go of all of those stresses, anxieties, worries, and literally be able to assess the situation as it is, no matter what the situation, and realise that whatever occurs, no matter what the outcome is, we know that it's working for us and we will adapt and we will grow no matter what the situation is. Authenticity is number 5. Now, it's important that when you're trying to be the best version of yourself, you are authentic. You are who you really are. You know, if you're putting on an act or making out to be something you're not, that's not being authentic. It's important to understand that when we're authentic, we're being genuinely who we really are. And that's important if we want to be the best versions of ourselves. So being authentic is key as well to being the best possible version of yourself, because you're also consciously aware in this moment that, you know, there's no need to put on an act. There's no need to pretend to be something you're not. You can just be who you are and revel in that. And that's the best thing about that. So being authentic is incredibly important. And when you are authentic, your energy is high. You're not hiding things. You're not pretending to be something you're not. And you are performing at your best always. Fearlessness. Fearlessness is number 6. Now, again, when you embrace the unknown in life and take reasonable chances without worry or stress or any sort of tension attached to that, you realise that fear does not actually exist in the moment. It doesn't actually exist when you're consciously aware, because you're removing that. Because you're whatever's unfolding will ultimately serve you. And you recognise that. You understand that, because you're not fearful of any outcome. You're not fearful of any negative results, because you know that whatever happens in life, you will be successful. You will be able to learn and grow from whatever happens and use that as something to help you move forward. So as long as you're able to recognise that in the moment, fearlessness comes naturally, and with fearlessness comes confidence. Confidence is number 7, because when we're confident, it's a culmination of life's work, a master of being. So you know that confidence is an internal capability. And instead of waiting for something to happen to bring confidence to you, you choose to create confidence. You bring it about yourself. You experience, and your attitude has taught you that to trust yourself, to be yourself, to be who you really are authentically. And let go of any concern about what might happen in your life. Fearlessness, because you know that you can cope. So since you know you can handle whatever occurs in life, and you will grow and learn from whatever occurs, you embrace all outcomes. And you and you're able to move forward with true, genuine confidence. Number 8 is connection. Now, here you are aware that you're not only how people around you influence you, but how you influence other people and how you create that connection with other people. So you're able to be aware that no moment occurs in isolation of each other, and each event is influenced by each person, each situation, and everything is connected. Everything is connected to one another. So knowing that, you're able to recognize that you are part of someone else is part of you. Everything is joined together. Everywhere, everything is connected in some way. And you play a big part in that. And so your part in that is to be the best version of yourself. And if you want a society and a world that's happy and everyone's happy, then you've got an important role to play in that by being the best version of yourself as well. So you know that by tapping into that power of anabolic energy, the positive high energy around you, you're never alone. You're always at the top of your game and without trying to force anything to happen. So you're always at your best again. Number 9, always be in the present moment. Present moment is fundamentally important because when you're in the present moment, you don't have worries, you don't have stress, you're not thinking about the past. Everything is perfect. You're living life because you're not living life when you're stuck in your mind, worrying about things, anxious, overthinking, stressed, blah, blah, blah. So you cannot be distracted as you're totally present in that moment. And once you're in the moment, your general natural performance takes over. You are who you are. You're being the genuine you. You're not putting on an act. You're not pretending to be something that you're not. That's when you are truly present in the moment. And finally, the 10th discipline is always perform 100% at your very energetic best. So that means engagement and commitment. Perform at the very best. So engage yourself in everything. Commit yourself to everything at your best. And when you do that, on a scale to 1 to 10, you can ask yourself, how committed am I to whatever it is? You can ask yourself that question. And you can adapt to each situation and perform. Raise your energy so that you're performing at your best in all situations if you don't feel that you're not. So get in touch with me if you want to find out more about this, because it's fundamentally important to your growth, to your learning, and to be able to perform at your best in your workplace, at home, in life. And it's amazing. So check it out. Have a great evening and check my website out as well while you're at it. Ta-ta. See you soon.